What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. We are going to be talking about 2BOXING today. I want to take a break from, the Bobby Poff drama, and I really want to go into an in-depth situation and research about 2BOXING. 2BOXING, aka reverse boosting, and why using practices like this only damages the overall Call of Duty community, and why it's wrong to do regardless of the circumstances you do it for. And I do need to put this as a disclaimer in the video that my angle and what I'm going to be talking about in regards to 2BOXING is coming from a place of morals, coming from a place of integrity. So if you feel, your opinions about 2BOXING already coincides with not caring about morals, not caring about integrity, right? It really doesn't matter what I say in this video, but I do implore you to actually take a moment to at least listen to an open perspective of the video and why 2BOXING, even though it may be beneficial to some, it's overall damaging to the community. Now, before I start to talk about 2BOXING, I just want to say thank you so much, guys, for all the support that we've been receiving so far for the channel. We are currently sitting at 929 subs. We are 70 subs away from hitting our 1K goal. As of course, in any YouTube channel, our main goal is to try and monetize the channel first, and one of the requirements is hitting 1,000 subs. So if you are here, if you want to bring back honest gaming, if you believe in honest gaming, please drop a like, drop a sub to the channel, and let's keep pushing out content. All right, thanks, guys. So for the 2BOXING videos, I'm going to be answering the main questions, right? What is 2BOXING? Why is 2BOXING so popular to the players? Why is 2BOXING such a damaging thing for the players? Why is 2BOXING popular for content creators? And then at the end of the video, I'm going to be bringing up a couple examples that creators will use to justify 2BOXING and what I think about those reasons. All right, so let's start with what is 2BOXING. Now, I simply Googled, Call of Duty 2BOXING definition explained, and this is what Google brought up. In Call of Duty, 2BOXING is a method used by some content creators to get into lobbies with low-skill players to farm kills. It involves creating an alternate account with a low level and poor KD and using that account to join lobbies protected by SBMM, skill-based matchmaking, and also known as bot lobbies. The low-level account is made by the party leader, and then the creator joins their game and searches for a lobby. Once the lobby is about to start, the low-level account leaves, allowing the creator to farm the lobby. And now I do want to add to this definition as well. It's not an automatic bot lobby. So basically what happens is that because of the player that you are trying to join, the bot account is such a low KD, when that bot account searches for a match, searches for a lobby, it's trying to search a lobby that is similar to that player's KD. So if that bot account is a 0.02 or 0.5 KD, it is going to find a lobby that has similar skilled players of 0.5 KD. And if your actual skill is either 2 KD and above, of course the skill disparity between the two is going to be so huge that it almost feels like you're playing bots. So based on that definition and method, you can tell why 2BOXING is so popular. It gives the player the ability to fight lower skilled players. If they're fighting lower skilled players, the amount of stress and the amount that they have to sweat in order to win these matches, in order to win these gunfights, in order to get these high kills is going to be very easy to them, because essentially they're playing against people who don't know how to play the game. They're essentially playing with people who just started playing Call of Duty and who know nothing about this FPS genre. So essentially, because of that, you're going to be winning more matches, you're going to be winning more gunfights. So overall enjoyment for that specific player is going to be good. So now that you know what 2BOXING is and how it benefits the players, you can't help but think, okay, well, Noble, that all sounds like good points. Why is it such a bad thing in the community? But for the casual community, it forces them to fight higher skilled players. Now, I know back then in the OG Call of Duty, we've had lobbies where once in a while it's going to be a hard lobby. We've had lobbies where we had our asses kicked, and we had lobbies where we just completely destroyed the enemy team. Now, that was normal because those lobbies were more random. It wasn't a consistently hard lobby. Because of skill-based matchmaking now, it has pulled the players tighter to their skill level. It's not a matter of a mixed lobby anymore. But what's hard is because the amount of people that are 2BOXING, the chances that you're going to have sweatier players joining into casual lobbies, only one side of the players are going to benefit that, and it's the sweats. The casuals are going to be constantly murked. They're not going to have a chance to play against other players of their skill set, and because of that, their overall experience in Call of Duty is going to be trash. It's going to be bad. It's going to be negative. And that's why I think 2BOXING is such a selfish endeavor for certain players. It's really only talking about me rather than we. These are players that are willing to 2-box, that don't care about screwing over the casual player base. They only care about themselves and the fun that they're going to have, despite having to throw casual players under the bus like that. Having this mindset of 2-boxing for an easier experience for yourself without the care of throwing other casual player bases under the bus, we can agree to disagree. Everyone wants to enjoy the game in their own way, but I'll tell you what, it's gonna definitely add more fuel to the fire of creating a divide in the COD community rather than uniting us. Unfortunately, right now for the Call of Duty content creators, I don't understand why, and I don't know why there's this behavioral shift, but content creators, specifically Call of Duty content creators, feel that they only can produce and grow their channels, grow their viewership only on high kill content. It's got to be one or the other. They only believe that high kill content is the only thing that is going to grow their Call of Duty channel, or two, they don't want to break out of high kill content. With high kill content, call me out on it if you like, but it's very easy to do a high kill content kill compilation. It's very easy to just record an entire match and post that on YouTube. I think that's the reason why people only stick with high kill content is maybe they don't want to expand on their editing. They don't want to expand on their storytelling. They don't want to talk about anything else in Call of Duty. There's so many things that you can talk about as a Call of Duty content creator in the COD community. You can talk about weapon reviews. You can talk about weapon attachments. You can talk about funny moments on your stream if you're a streamer. You can still produce high kill compilations. Doesn't have to be every single video. You can talk about the social issues in Call of Duty. You can talk about the overall player base, the cheating scene in Call of Duty, news about Call of Duty. There's so many other things outside of high kill content, but I personally think that people stick to high kill content because that's what's easy for them. Coming from a content creator who did not grow his social media strictly based on high kill content, I really think it's just lazy creativity and lazy editing that they don't want to break out of high kill content. It is still possible to grow your channels outside of that, and I'm gonna say that like a broken record, but I digress. I'm going on a tangent. Okay, the main reason why I'm talking about 2-boxing and why it's such a bad thing, like I said, I'm more focused on we as a community rather than me. I cannot bring myself to 2-box because I don't want to affect our fellow player, whether they be a sweat, whether it be a casual, right? I am not going to manipulate the matchmaking. I'm not going to manipulate my lobbies so that I can go into territory that I don't belong in, which is casual lobbies. Now, I'm not saying I'm the ultimate sweat or, I'm a top Warzone player or a Call of Duty player, but I know that I am above average. There are cases where I can run circles around players, and if I'm in that lobby, by regular skill-based matchmaking, so be it. I know it's not going to be every single time. Skill-based matchmaking is going to pull me out of that casual lobbies, and for the next 10 matches, I'm probably going to be fighting against sweats, which is fine, which I think is completely valid. Why? Because that is my skill level that I should belong in. Is it going to be harder to make content? Maybe. Yeah, I am going to struggle. The amount of clips that I get on a normal basis isn't daily. Sometimes these kill compilations that I post or these kill clips that I post on my social medias, they're either 1 week old or maybe a couple days old because I don't get these clips on the daily. I have 1 hour of game time each night, and if I get anything, great. If I don't, sometimes I'll go a whole week without getting a very nice clip. And because of that reason and experience, that is why I've broken up into talking about different parts about Call of Duty. Because I know that if I base my channel on high kill content only, it's gonna pressure me and it's gonna put me in the box of having to do 2-box. In the end, I probably wouldn't 2-box regardless. I would still try to be a high kill content channel and maybe not grow as fast or as good as these other channels who are 2-boxing for high kill content. But at least my conscience is gonna be clear. At least my integrity and morals are gonna be intact. Now let's talk about the common reasons why players 2-box. So let's start with the first one, okay? With how busy and stressful my life is outside of gaming, I 2-box in order to relax and not need to stress on the game. Now the thing is, everyone has a life. Everyone has work. Everyone has responsibilities as an adult, whether they have families or not, right? There is still things that are happening outside of gaming, and I'm sure everyone would like to experience Call of Duty at a less stressful state, especially with how bad skill-based matchmaking is. But the thing is, everyone is going through the ringer. Everyone is going through the same experience. who are you to be any more special to have easier lobbies for yourself? And the thing about having easier lobbies is that it only benefits Sweat. Because if a casual only has a 0.5 KD, how are they going to 2-box? They cannot 2-box into a 0.1 KD lobby. There's no such thing. You know, the minimum would be a 0.5 KD lobby. So if anything, casuals don't have that same ability that Sweats can do. So like I said, why are you so special? And the second justification is, you know, you'll get it a lot from people who 2-boxing. Hey, you know, if you had my kind of lobbies, you would want to 2-box too. High KD players who try to justify 2-boxing, thinking that their lobby is the only one that's hard. But the thing is, it's hard to them. That's what skill-based matchmaking does. In a Sweat lobby, it will be hard to a sweaty player. But guess what? For a casual player, in their lobby that also has other casuals, it's still hard for that player because they're being matched with somebody to that similar skill set or slightly above. So yes, both Sweats and casuals in their own lobbies, you guys are both struggling. So I bring it back to the question again, what makes you so special that you get to have easier lobbies when both of you guys are essentially struggling? And the last justification that people use, and I think I already answered in the video, is I need to 2-box in order to produce high kill content. Okay, look at people like Tim the Tatman, Dr. Lupo, Lucci, Stone Mountain. Do you see these guys dropping 30 or 40 kill bomb videos and talking about how every single weapon is the ultimate meta weapon? No, they're posting other things outside of that. They're posting other things and streaming. They're creating, they are editing, they are being a creator by showing storytelling in their content that's outside of high kill compilation. So in my response to that is, you know, stop being lazy with your editing, get outside of high kill content, because you screwing over the rest of the player base for your personal gain, I don't think that sits well. But at the end of the day, guys, that's how I feel about 2-boxing. I cannot bring myself of hurting the fellow casual player base simply because, oh, my lobbies are too hard and oh, I don't want to work so hard on my kills. What happened to challenge? What happened to wanting to really enjoy improving yourself as a player? Right? In my lobbies, yeah, it gets pretty hard, it gets pretty sweaty, but I enjoy that. I enjoy trying to overcome these challenges. Even as a COD content creator, like I said, I'm not going to be throwing other players under the bus simply because that's the only way I can make content. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you like 2-boxing? Are you against 2-boxing? If you can do me a favor, and if you really want to bring back honest gaming, I want you to help the algorithm and comment hashtag bring back honest gaming. That's going to help the video a lot. But if anything, guys, I'm done with this video. Y'all have a good one. Noble out.